The Cryon proving grounds were infamous across the Galactic Alliance. Temperatures plunged to -120°C, winds sliced like blades, and even the hardiest species rarely lasted the full 48-hour survival exam. It was a test designed to humiliate overconfident cadets and remind them that nature, especially engineered nature, always won. This year, all eyes were on one particular trainee. Arman Khan, the only human in the class. When the transport doors opened, a wave of frost slammed into the students. Every alien present flinched, their thermal membranes tightening. Arman simply pulled his Earth-made parka tighter and stepped into the white wasteland, breath fogging. Hour 1, immediate crisis. Within minutes, the class fractured. The reptilian Chrothons scrambled for geothermal vents they sensed somewhere underground. The floating gas-based aerolites struggled as their buoyancy sacs began to crystallize. The insectoid Vrixie tried to burrow but found the ice too dense. Panic broke through the comm channels. Wind speed too high. Thermal membranes failing. Requesting emergency blankets. We're freezing. Meanwhile, Arman ignored the chaos and stomped toward a cluster of jagged ice pillars. He paused, analyzing their structure, then nodded. Yeah, this'll work. He dropped his pack and got to work. Hour 3, the first alien falls. The temperature dropped sharply as the local star slipped behind cloud cover. Vrixie chatter clogged the comms. Our chitin is stiffening, we see can't keep G going. One collapsed, legs locking. Others huddled together, vibrating to generate heat. Chrothon students fared no better. Their cold blood slowed to a crawl, and even their internal heating implants struggled. Extraction team will arrive BRR later, one Chrothon stuttered. Stay awake. The aerolites drifted dangerously low, their once glowing bodies dimmed. But above the winds, faint rhythmic thumping echoed, Arman hammering something. Hour 6, unexpected spectacle. Instructor Zorvac, monitoring from a floating observation probe, nearly dropped his datapad when he zoomed in on Arman's location. What is he building? The feed focused on a half-constructed ice dome, but not just any dome. Arman had carved blocks with geometric precision, stacked them in a spiral pattern, and sealed cracks with packed snow. Inside, faint orange light flickered. Zorvac squinted. No. Impossible. He wouldn't dare. Arman was lighting a fire. He arranged mineral shards, scraped 2 pieces of ferrorock together, and with a confident spark, FWSSH, a flame burst to life. Inside the dome, heat began to accumulate. Arman sat back, rubbing his palms near the fire. Not bad for ice world camping. Hour 10, the others reached their limit. The aliens stumbled around the blizzard, teeth chattering, limbs stiff, voices weak. K-Cryon wins, too strong. My species isn't built for this. Why is the human still alive? The aerolites were freezing solid mid-air. One Chrothon slid into the snow, unresponsive. The Vrixie tried huddling, but their exoskeletons were now rimmed with frost. Zorvac clenched his mandibles. Survival rates had never dropped this fast. We need to send help. But before rescue teams deployed, a rope suddenly whipped through the storm, thick, sturdy, and anchored somewhere ahead. Follow the line. Arman's voice boomed over the comms. The students, half-conscious, crawled or shuffled toward the rope. Hour 12, the Miracle Dome. They reached it, Arman's heated shelter. The dome glowed warmly from the inside. When the flap opened, hot air poured out like a blessing from the universe. One by one, freezing aliens collapsed inside, gasping as warmth seeped into their limbs. Arman handed out thermal stones, rocks he had heated in the fire and wrapped in leaf-like insulators. They clutched them like treasures. You built all this? A trembling aerolite whispered. Yeah, Arman shrugged. It's just an igloo. Humans used these back on Earth. Cold places don't scare us much. The alien stared at him with wide, stunned eyes. This place is worse than the frigid nebula, Acrothon said. And you call it manageable? Armin smiled. You should see Canadian winters. None of them knew what a Canadian was, but it sounded terrifying. Hour 24, Alliance headquarters reacts. The instructor's official report went viral across the academy. All alien students incapacitated by cryon conditions. Human student built efficient heated shelter within hours, saved entire cohort. Comment threads exploded. Humans generate fire in -100 degrees Celsius. Their shelters withstand planetary storms. How many of these creatures live on one planet? Hour 48, exam complete. When extraction arrived, every alien was warm, fed, and wrapped in improvised heat blankets Armin had stitched together. Armin stepped out of the dome, stretching. Is the test over already? Felt kinda short. Every alien turned to stare at him like he was some mythical monster. He just grinned. Humans, tiny, squishy, breakable. And somehow the scariest survival species in the galaxy. HFY.